Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here and welcome to our first episode of Knicks Breakdown Weekly. Each week we'll go through what happened with the Knicks in 4 parts: what they're running on offense, an interview with the Knicks beat writer, what they're doing on defense, and a spotlight on an individual player. With that in mind, let's get started. A quick check on their rankings yields a big, small sample size alert. They rank 23rd on offense and 29th on defense, but that's what happens when you have to open your season against Cleveland, having not had your starting point guard on the floor for much of training camp. They rebounded with a big home win over Memphis and stand at 1-1 and 8th in the Eastern Conference. So let's break into what the team offense looked like the first week of the season. These are plays that caught my eye in terms of what they ran that worked for them. They opened the season against the Cavaliers with this set: pinch post right out of the triangle offense. The defense pushed way up on the reversal, forcing the offense a lot higher than they wanted to be and blowing up the pinch post action. But watch the flow as Noah flashes high post and Rose comes off a handoff into the lane for the nifty finish. On this set, they run motion strong, triggered when Rose stays on the same side he brought the ball up on. Watch the false pin down for Melo that really is a pin down for Porzingis to get him a wide open 3-ball. For our next segment, I want to be able to bring on New York Knicks beat writers and guys who are covering the Knicks in much more depth than I am. And so today I'm pleased to bring on my buddy Tommy D, who is the founder of the KnicksBlog.com for Sportsnet New York and is a contributor to the Outside Game on Fansided. So Tommy, let's jump in here. Let's talk Knicks. The first week is in the books. What are you seeing so far?
Well, great to be with you as always, Coach Nick. And we tossed the first game out, I think. It's a tough spot for the Knicks to go into Cleveland against LeBron, who was extra superhuman in that environment. I'm choosing to focus on the game the other night against Memphis at the Garden, where to me there's some scary potential here. And I think a lot of people have talked about how can they potentially integrate Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose did pretty well the other night and with some pretty modest numbers, but he plays off of Joakim Noah so well, in my opinion, from what I saw the other day, that he was not overly efficient, but he really did control the game for the minutes that he was on the floor. But the guy who really did for every single possession that he was on the floor offensively, even though he only took 2 field goal attempts, talk about efficiency, was Noah. Noah ended up with 7 assists, 10 rebounds. Again, only took 2 shots. I think they were both dunks. I know one of them definitely was, but really controlled the flow of the offense. And this is right up your alley with kind of this modern triangle that they're trying to implement. A lot of high post entry at first. There was one backdoor cut to Melo to get a traditional N1 that really had the Garden going nuts. So the integration of Derrick Rose with Noah, Coach, to me, was something that I think fans can get really optimistic about. Let's see if it'll continue tomorrow in Detroit and then obviously Houston on Wednesday. But certainly a really good start for their home opener.
Now, let's take a look at what's happening on the defensive end. First, let's look at some of the good things that are happening to take away buckets. First off, I've been impressed so far with Rose's effort on the defensive end. Watch how well he keeps Kyrie in front and then he stays engaged on his hip, riding him until Noah can come over and Rose even gets the blocked shot on this. Watch Porzingis' activity on this possession, where he steps out with his long arms to hedge, hustles back in position, then puts pressure on the ball handler but still understands the importance of jumping back to the shooter 1 pass away. O'Quinn should have been 1 step higher on his help while guarding Fry, but good containment on LeBron to dare him to shoot it, and a great challenge to the shooting hand by Holiday. The defense works together very well as a 5-man unit on this possession, and in particular, Noah and Holiday defend this pick and roll perfectly. Noah has to switch from the good ball screen, but watch how they move in tandem to get the switch back and not leave an opening. KP is also very active on the weak side to help on this action. Holiday does the rest to keep the ball in front and force a terrible shot. And in our last section, we'll focus on one player individually to see what kind of impact he's having on the team. This week, it's Kristaps Porzingis, who struggled a bit in the opener, but had a strong game against Memphis. One of the best things about Porzingis is his speed. At 7'3", he can really get down the court. Generally, a smaller player is the first one back, so watch when he leaks out after the great contest of the shot. This is the golden unicorn, folks. I love that he can grab a tough rebound, turn around, and be the trailing big to the top. Then continue moving to find the open gap in the defense. Again, this is a 7-foot 3-inch human being executing a drive like a guard. And how about stopping on a dime, grabbing this loose ball, and running a 3-on-2 fast break as the freaking ball handler? And then hitting a tough runner off the glass with touch? Are you kidding me? And finally on this pick and roll with Melo, all the attention goes with the ball naturally, and watch him ball fake, put it on the ground, then rise up for the pull-up 3 ball. This is incredible skill for such a large man. So there you have it, sports fans. This is the best weekly show you'll ever see anywhere on the Knicks. Each episode will cover what they did the preceding week, from the offense to the defense to the media and to their players. If you're a die-hard Knicks fan, this is the place to be every Tuesday. You in?